What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We have another play-in to that special five-way number one contender match happening next year. Happening today. Very exciting. We have Cain, McMillan, beating Brooklyn Vale to earn his spot into this match today, going up against Albert, who put up a heck of a fight in the tournament but went out in round two. Here to perhaps redeem himself? Who knows? Let's find out. Coho's on the desk with me. How we doing, Coho?
I'm doing good. These are two guys that have seen each other in action before. It's just been 2 years. They've never played each other. But I remember when Albert first got here, Cain and I talked about Albert. So it was one of those where it's like when Cain last saw him, he was 3-0, and now he's playing him at like 5-5, and Cain's back at 6-4. This is gonna be two really good players coming at each other.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Hopefully you are too. Let's get to the players with their promos.
All right. Not to date this video, but as soon as the new fandom categories was announced and Hurricane Heist is going to be in part of the panel, I got super excited. I went home, I made that. What a coincidence. Cain's nickname is also Hurricane. So yeah, let's talk about this film. If you don't know, this film came out 2017. I watched it in theaters for some reason. I think it was because of MoviePass. That was the thing back then. But I watched it. There was a hurricane in that film. There was also a man. The man was doing a heist during a hurricane, hence the title. And the end of the film, the man managed to defeat the hurricane. It was a success. They managed to overcome the hurricane. So if we can take away anything from that film, bring it to this match, it means that I'll be able to surpass, and even though it's going to be a tough brawl against the hurricane, I'll be able to surpass him, and this should be a fun match. This has been the longest anyone's ever talked about that film, so let's just get this started.
You know, I really want to see this movie, Hurricane Heist, but I have some news for Mr. Albert. We are not having a hurricane today. Maybe a tropical storm, maybe a tropical depression, but no hurricane. So I believe in you, Albert. I think you're going to do really good. I just hope I do as good, if not slightly better, and that's about it.
Mr. Coho, not only is that the longest anyone has talked about Hurricane Heist, I believe that is the longest that Albert Wiradharma has ever spoken.
I spent an entire weekend with him in Des Moines, and that promo is longer than anything he ever said in the Des Moines weekend.
Very fair. Albert seems more excited than I've ever seen Albert. I don't know if it's about the match or if it's about something else. But Cain also seems ready. What do you think of the promos?
I think that was a hysterical promo from Albert. I like that Cain just came in and was like, let's just do this thing. I think that these two guys are going to put on a good show.
I agree. And without further ado, let's get to that show with round number one. Round number one is going to work like this. You will get 10 questions in the round of Fandom Fights. You will have 15 seconds to write your answer. At the end of 15 seconds, so with 10's down, you will reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Should anyone get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. You will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Any questions we get in round number one?
Nope.
All right, Coho, would you like to hit them with the first question?
Absolutely. Your first question, guys, comes to the category of the MCU. Who is the only person the Loki freezes using the casket of ancient winters in Thor?
I tripped on the stairs today.
Yeah.
There were some bees in my house. I'm very afraid of bees, and I tripped, fell. Now I'm a little 4, 5, 4, 3.
Wow.
2,
So good.
1. 10's down. Good answer, starting with Cain.
Heimdall.
And Albert.
Heimdall.
Heimdall is correct. Point apiece. Let's get to the second question, which comes in the category of fandom quotes. Which Star Trek film features the quote, "You mistake my choice not to feel as a reflection of my not caring. Well, I assure you, the truth is precisely the opposite." So you grew up watching these?
I did. My dad is a huge Trekkie.
My dad used to watch the show, and when I was a kid, I never realized like that was the show that he always watched. And then I got into the movies, and I was like, "Oh wait."
Oh yeah, no. My dad raised me on the Next Generation show and the Voyager show.
1. 10's down. Start with Albert.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
And Cain.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Star Trek Into Darkness is the correct answer.
All right, guys. Your third question comes in the category of Marvel. How does Howard Saint's second son die in The Punisher, the gay Jedi?
I just realized that may be like a sign for something else.
Maybe, but for us, it will always just be general.
Something less appropriate.
No other connotations. No other. Don't read into it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Cain.
I said he is shot.
And Albert.
I said because of a bomb.
You take bomb. That is correct. Explosion caused by a bomb. So Albert takes a 1-point lead. As we continue on in round number 1 with question 4 is in Middle Earth. Who directed 1978's The Lord of the Rings?
That toe drag. I noticed that.
Well, it was because I wanted to give people a chance to be like, "You really asking this?"
Yeah.
But then, you know, you throw that curveball in there.
Left turn.
Yep.
To bad Movieville.
Damn straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Albert.
Can't remember the last name. Is it Ralph Bakshi?
And Cain.
I knew it started with an R, but I didn't know.
Ralph Bakshi is the correct answer. So Albert extends his lead. What's the next question? Go ahead.
Your next question comes in the category of YA dystopia. At the beginning of Allegiant, Max is put on trial and killed. What faction did Max belong to?
What faction would you belong to, but make up one? Like, don't say a real one.
Oh, see, I think my faction would be the Skittle Squad.
Sour?
I'll take the Rainbow.
Sour or skin or like?
Wild Berry.
Good choice. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Cain.
I said Amity.
And Albert.
Dauntless?
Dauntless is the correct answer. Albert remains perfect halfway through. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Pixar. Which Pixar film features a face-off with the main villain on top of a dumpster?
I love my new earbuds. These because it feels like I got the earpiece for each.
Yeah, it looks like you're, doing fancy there.
Professional.
It looks like you're doing a magic trick. I've been watching a lot of Penn and Teller lately.
Yeah.
And looks like you're doing like your card was this because
it makes me feel like I can neither confirm nor deny any operation.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. That is Cain's first repeat. The question again. Which Pixar film features a face-off with the main villain on top of a dumpster?
I think there's a bench.
Yep. I was gonna quote Mission Impossible, but I don't know if it's gonna come into play later.
That's fair. See, I'm doing this carefree with only 1/3 of the document for me.
4. That's fair. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Albert.
Toy Story 3.
And Cain.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is correct. Peace. What's the next question? Tell us.
All right, the next question is going to come in the category of James Bond. In Casino Royale, Le Chiffre loses his entire investment after Bond stops his henchmen from destroying what? I am in the process of watching these all for a thing.
Oh, is it for Fandom?
Maybe. Maybe not. You never know. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's because of Fandom and a new release.
That's fair. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
5, 4. Forgot about that. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Cain.
I said the stock market.
And Albert.
I said an airplane.
An airplane is the correct answer. Albert remaining perfect as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of DreamWorks Animation. Who voices Monkey in the Kung Fu Panda franchise? If you could be an animal, but one that was especially good at Kung Fu, which would you be?
A gerbil.
I'd go for like elephant seal.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would just love people to see me as like
Hi.
tiny and like, not be able to fight, and then I can kick their ass.
1, pens down. Let's start with Albert.
Jackie Chan.
And Cain.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan is correct.
All right, your penultimate question. Penultimate in the category of Worlds of DC. What name do people refer to Huntress as before she reveals her name to Doc in Birds of Prey?
We have 8 to 4. Is that what you have?
I also have 8 to 4.
Great. That's on top of that. Yeah.
If only people understood the feat of sheer will I'm pulling off at this moment.
You do very well. I'm
very proud of myself. The thing is, you can't see the other half of what I'm doing to see how well I'm doing it.
Very fair.
Yeah.
5. We'll compare later. 4.
We'll compare later.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Cain.
I forgot everything from this movie. The hood.
And Albert.
I said the crossbow killer.
The crossbow killer is correct. So here's where we are at. If Albert Wiradharma hits this next question, he will get a perfect round and receive a bonus question. That question comes in the category of Star Wars. Who confronts the Emperor while Obi-Wan confronts Anakin in Revenge of the Sith? Have you ever thought of maybe painting your room a different color?
I've had this color for about 6 years now. I might change my room color. Who knows?
Okay. Not that it's bad, just every
now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I'm with you.
4,
I changed my wall posters
3,
a lot.
2, 1. Pens down. Start with Cain.
Mace Windu.
And Albert.
I said Yoda.
For the perfect round, Yoda is correct. Albert Wiradharma, getting all 10 questions correct, will receive a bonus question administered to him and only to him. Albert, are you ready for your bonus question?
Yep.
All right, you will receive some extra time. The question is, name 3 fictional planets that are said to be nothing but frozen wasteland that can be found across all Fandom films.
The poker face that I'm giving, not because of this, but because of some stupid shit's happening right now, Nick.
I can imagine. All right, we will need an answer in 5.
Rura, Pente, Hot, and Jotunheim?
That is correct. For the bonus question, we would have accepted Hoth, Jotunheim, Europente, Delta Vega, and Vandor. So, Albert, starting out with 11 points in round 1, I have Cain at 4. Is that what you have, Toho?
That is what I have.
All right. Without any further ado, we will move into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. There are 8 fandom categories on a wheel, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again. You will get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you would like to check down to multiple choice, in which case they will only be worth 1. And if you miss the question, your opponent can steal. Albert, your categories on the wheel today are Star Trek, Fandom Oscars, Planet of the Apes, Horror Icons, Disney Animation, Disney Live Action, MCU, and James Bond. Albert, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I'm going to defer.
All right. Then, Cain, this will be your first spin. Cain, it lands on James Bond.
No.
All right. Cain, you will have to keep what it lands on this time. Just Mrs. Spinner's choice lands on Fandom Oscars. Hail Coho. Would you, Mr. Coho,
Absolutely.
like to give Cain his questions in Fandom Oscars?
Absolutely, Cain. All right, your questions in Fandom Oscars. Your first one. How many Wizarding World films have been nominated for 0 Oscars?
2.
That is incorrect. Albert, the chance for the 2-point steal.
Three.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
Nice.
Your second question, Cain. What was the first Pixar film to win Best Original Score?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Every film in the original Star Wars trilogy was nominated for 3 Oscar categories: Best Original Score, Best Sound Mixing, and what other category?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Best Picture, B, Best Original Screenplay, C, Best Art Direction, or D, Best Director.
Best art direction.
That is correct for 1 point. Your fourth question, penultimate, if you will. In which fandom film will you find the Oscar-nominated song When You Believe?
Can I get multiple choice?
Absolutely. Your options are A, Mary Poppins Returns, B, The Prince of Egypt, C, The Rescuers, or D, 2019's Aladdin.
The Rescuers.
As incorrect. Albert, the chance for 1 point still. Your options are A, Mary Poppins Returns, B, The Prince of Egypt, C, The Rescuers, or D, 2019's Aladdin.
The Prince of Egypt.
Sorry, what did you say?
Prince of Egypt.
That's
That is
correct.
correct.
I just totally zoned out on your answer. That's my. All right, and Cain, your final question in Phantom Oscars. What is the only DC film not to feature the character of Bruce Wayne that won an Oscar?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can. What is the only DC film not to feature the character of Bruce Wayne to win an Oscar?
Road to Perdition.
That is correct for 2 points. I have Albert 14 and Cain with 9 out of his spin.
I have that as well. Cain working his way, getting up to 9. Albert with some clutch steal gets his score up to 14 as we move into Albert's spin at the wheel. Once I share it again, I almost didn't do that. All right, Albert, this is your first spin.
All right.
Lands on James Bond. Like to keep it or spin again.
I'll keep it.
All right. All right, Albert, I will be giving you your questions in the category of James Bond. Are you prepared?
Sure.
All right, your first question. In On Her Majesty's Secret Service, we find out that the Bond family motto shares a name with the title of a future Bond film. What is it?
The world is not enough.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Albert, your second question. How does the villain Hugo Drax die in Moonraker?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is A, shot with a laser, B, poisoned gas, C, ejected into space, or D, his throat is slit.
A.
A is incorrect. Cain, chance for the 1 point steal. Is it A, shot with a laser, B, poison gas, C, ejected into space, or D, throat slit?
C.
C is correct for the 1 point steal. All right. Albert, your third question. Between Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig films, how many people have played M?
Two.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Albert, your penultimate question. In You Only Live Twice, Bond asks for Little Nellie and her father to be brought to him. Little Nellie is the name of a small one-man flying machine. Who is its father?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, M, B, Blofeld, C, Tiger Tanaka, or D, Q?
Q.
That is correct for 1 point. I realize I just said DQ. All right, here's the rub. If Albert hits this question for 2 points, will be a win via knockout. Anything else, and we go to round 3. Albert, your final question.
Okay.
What plan do Bond and Pushkin come up with in order to trick Koskov into proceeding with his scheme in the living daylights?
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Albert's first repeat. The question again. What plan do Bond and Pushkin come up with in order to trick Koskov into proceeding with his scheme in the living daylights?
To fake Pushkin's death.
And your winner, by way of knockout,
The game came.
Albert Wiradharma. That is correct. Holy performance. Coho. I just don't think there was anything Cain could do today. Albert was a one-man wrecking machine.
Yeah, Albert, I think, missed one question the whole game, which is a really hard performance to top. I think Cain put up a valiant effort through and through the match, but Albert was just on a warpath today. He lived up to his name. He absolutely killed it. And I think everyone in this upcoming contender match should be worried if he plays like that again.
Agreed. But we'll go into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate loser today, Cain McMillan. Cain, as I said, you didn't feel too bad. I don't think anyone would have beaten Albert today. Albert was just on tear. You seem to have, I don't know if you're of the Kingsman brand of loving fandom Oscars, but you seem to do pretty well. Yeah, no, me neither, my friend. For not liking them, you did
There's
very
a
well.
systemic disagreement about Fandom Oscars between me and Cain that goes back to the first season.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm beating myself up over the fact that I said Rescuers, and I was like, it's B, Rescuers. And I'm like, no, it's Prince of Egypt. Because I was like, I know none of these aren't Disney songs. And I was like, I picked it. Yeah. But that wouldn't have changed much. Honestly, I just felt like my heart really wasn't in it today. I just feel off. And whether it was or whether there wasn't, maybe it was a good thing, because if I was, I'd be more competitive and more upset that I lost, because Albert played amazing and I was going to lose no matter what at that kind of play rate. I just hope that he goes on to win the 5-way and does great things.
Yeah, I agree. Cain, this does unfortunately end your season as of now. Is there anyone you're looking to play in singles when you come back next season, or maybe in teams if you and Carrie are coming back?
No, I'm just cool with anyone.
Anyone gonna have fun? All right,
Whoever,
cool.
Maybe Lucas, because I thought I was gonna play Lucas.
True, we thought that as well, and then surprises happen left and right. But we'll see what we can do for you. Good job today, sir. We will see you next time as we bring in our winner of the match today, Albert Wiradharma. you should do a review of Hurricane Heist before every match you play, apparently. Listen, Albert, let me just check something real quick so I don't spoil anything.
Okay.
Okay. Not going to talk about that. Albert, you got a perfect round,
Okay.
including the bonus this time. You got a perfect round back in the Summer Series Teams tournament, but you missed out on the bonus. I know you wanted the bonus. You did that today. You picked a category that, personally, I didn't know you were good at. I don't know if you've been hiding from people, and you did very well in it. How are you feeling about your performance today?
I feel good about the performance. Getting that bonus question is always something that I wanted, and I was like so close so many times, and finally getting a perfect first round on the bonus, that felt great. The James Bond thing, I'm just kind of in a high for No Time to Die, dating this video once again. So I'm just like, I've been watching several Bond films, and there are other categories that I don't really want in there. So I'm like, just go for it and see how it goes. So that's why I went with that.
Great. Well, good choice. Albert, as I mentioned, pre-match to you, winning this match puts you in another match at the very beginning of next season. It is a fatal 5-way contender match. The winner of that will play for the title. I can tell you who is already in it, who you will be joining. You are the fourth entrant, joining Cameron Holtzman, Robert Kastner, Joe Farrelly, and now yourself, Albert Wiradharma. We have one spot left to fill. What is that lineup doing for you so far? What do you think about it?
I mean, those are definitely top tier players, regardless of whatever their current their win-loss
record.
That's the word. But regardless of the record, they're both top tier players. Definitely going to be a tough fight. I was also informed backstage during Cain's interview that Hurricane Heist is not actually being added to Fandom, so I think my chances has dropped a little bit. But I'm still excited.
It's not, but you seemed excited about it. I don't want to put a damper on things. But yeah, Albert, great job. We look forward to seeing you next year, as well as maybe in the teams tournament. So who knows? We've definitely shot it by now. Crazy. Albert, great job. We'll see you soon. Coho, put a nice bow on it.
I think that Albert just played one of the best games that has been played this season in a singles match. I think he played fantastic. I think that fatal 5-way contenders match is going to be great. I think it's also really kind of fun to think about how Albert this season started playing in a retirement match, and now he's in a number 1 contenders match at the start of next season. I think that definitely, I'd call him the most improved Fandom player this season. I think he's played incredible. I think Cain put up a valiant effort. I think Cain is definitely not like out of this tournament or out of this league in any way. I think he just ran into a bullet train today that it was really hard to overcome. And I think both guys put up a good effort, and I am very excited for this contender match. As I said with Holtzen, as I said with Joe, and as I said with the Kastner one, I can't wait for who the 5th person is. It's going to be match of the year to kick it off.
Going to be a great time. We look forward to seeing it. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Check out all the other matches. We're in the midst of a teams tournament. We got other singles matches. Check them out. But thank you to Cain, to Albert, thank you to Coho. We'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.